Okay, this is a range review on the Taurus pt111. It's clear. No magazine, no bullet for the safety of YouTube. This target is ate up pretty good. Just kind of all over, and this area is here where my hand is, covering the white along this top edge is where my wife shot today. It's the first time she shot her gun, which is a Taurus Spectrum, and I thought she did really well for her very first time ever shooting a gun, which is a lot better than I can say for me. I think she placed well, grouped pretty good as far as a first-time shooter. Nothing really far out of range of the Spectrum other than 3 to 4 bullets maybe on this target. 1, 2 competition, so those are on the line, so to speak, and then one down here in the bottom right there. Then I shot, and that's my grouping there. And I'm gonna kind of let you in on a little thing that I did just to kind of make this quick. We're gonna review another target that we also shot today, and I was kind of proud. We were kind of checking some stickers because we shot quite a bit of bullets. Just checking to see if we had stickers that we could put on there so we know where we've already hit and who's hit, and that kind of thing. And then we could continue shooting, but we did leave early. These again in this area around here are my wife's, and believe it or not, that is my wife's. She actually laid one. I told her, I said, shoot one at the head. So she did. She shot one at the head, and that's what she hit. These are mine. There. That's how I grouped today. And this gun, and I could pull out tons of other targets. They're all rolled up underneath here. And it's a pretty extensive roll of targets. I do a lot of shooting. I don't know if you can tell to see how many you probably think is in there. I did something with this gun, and before, even on some of these other targets, I'll show you one real quick. Placement on this is just me pretty much plastering up one, so to speak, and just kind of learning what the gun did and how it shot. And I mean, I got quite a bit in the middle. After this target here was off-site. It's actually upside down too. A lot was low, and even me trying to aim up higher, I was on this target. I shot here like at the very top of the target, and I was still shooting low. This was shooting at bullseye, aiming above, and still like shooting low and to the left. You know, I'd bring over, shoot low to the left, so it was always low and to the left, low and to the left, like this. So the other day, I was looking at some people changing sights on their guns. I'm putting these up. That's my headshot there.
Mine's better.
It is. Hers is better. She got an actual brain shot. Mine's more or less right between the eyes. But anyway, I was watching reviews on some sight changes because I was kind of iffy about the sights on this gun, and I was watching some people change their sights. I actually red dotted the front sight and left the two in the back white. And if you can kind of see it there. But anyway, I noticed on the screws on the sides. The front screw is supposed to allow for windage, which brings it to the left or right in the manual. Okay, so you when you look at it, you're supposed to take this first screw right here, and that's supposed to move the sight left or right. Then the back screw, you adjust it for height, up and down. And I noticed even after I adjusted the sights, I was still, even no matter how hard I gripped the gun to shoot it, it was still low and to the left. And so what I was doing is I was adjusting to the gun, which I've shot tons of guns. So I was adjusting so I could go, especially like on this side here, to show you, eating up this middle here on this target. I just started aiming about in here, and every time, bam, 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 I could tear this middle up, and never had a miss on it, pretty much. And then watching reviews and this and that, seeing people do some other things, just kind of messing with the guns and putting mods. I ran across quite a few of the sight videos on YouTube. So I put two and two together on something, and it seemed to have worked. And I'm happy with it. I literally, like I said, on this target, it was pretty much point to shoot. It wherever it aimed, and I was literally watching down the barrel down the sights as the bullet would hit. Gun wouldn't move, and the bullet was landing exactly where it had pointed at. This was my very, very, very first shot on this target, and I'll tell you an interesting little story on this. This is the very, very, very first shot that I laid down when I aimed, and I just took it, aimed, and I thought, well, maybe I might have to aim a little bit left. So I did. Aimed a little left, pow, hit it. I was like, okay, the sight's on. Well, here's what I did. And I don't know if you can notice it or not, but if you look at this side of the, let me see if I can hold my phone here between my legs real quick. If you look at the sights right here on this side, there's a fairly large gap on here. On this side, there's hardly no gap at all. So what I did was I was looking at the modifications where people were actually taking off this sight, undoing the screw in there, the little screw there, and then they were taking the sight and they were pushing them off. Well, in that, I started kind of going, that's kind of funny because I'm needing my gun to adjust from here to here. So I pushed the sight over. That's all I did. Pushed it over, lined it up with that front sight, and took it to the range today. I shot 2 magazines, one in this circle and one in this circle there, and laid every one of them in there. Never didn't miss any of them, and didn't really have to do much to aim it to hit what I was pointing at. It literally aim, fire, hit. So as a tip, that might be something if you guys are having a problem with the gun shooting low and left down this way, especially if you're aiming straight bullseye and it goes pow, you might want to consider pushing that, and I don't know if you can notice or not, but if you notice now, the sight, even just like looking at it like this, is more lined up so than the actual back of the gun. If you actually line up the actual back of the gun, the back of the gun almost kind of lines up like this, where this left-handed sight is kind of covering that front bead if you shot it straight out. So that's what I did. I pushed that over, and like I said, you can kind of see the gap on this side of the gun and no gap on this side of the gun. Tightened it down, and I literally have no problems with aim on it. Just to kind of give you some more info, no failure feeds, no failure to ejects. I'm over 700 something rounds. The last time one was shot, I put about, put several more rounds. Shot some more SIGs today, by mistake. Didn't mean to, and was trying to hold on to a box that I had, and I have 15 out of 20. I shot 5 of those today, by accident. Didn't mean to, but no, I was literally just kind of pointing. I'd point, hold tight, make sure the gun didn't move, pam, and it literally, I could see the whole make as I pulled the trigger where the gun was pointing, and the gun never moved. So just some info there for you in case you are having that issue. You can see where this sight now is, like I said, way over to the right, to bring that front of that barrel back over to the right. and it seemed to work. The adjustment is all the way to the right already in here, and I'll show you that as well. This see the gap here as well. This gap is bracketed over to the right, and then this is also bracketed over to the right. There's no, you can actually see the edges of the slide almost right up against the edge of the thing, but that's as far over as it will go. And this is a pretty good distance here, probably 1/16 of an inch. But it's all canted to the right to bring that barrel over so that it looks straight down it. And I mean, it shoots like a dream now. Just no, I mean, I can pull round after round after round after round and literally watch it hit exactly where it was pointed. So, just like I said, an update for you to let you see what I was able to do with it today. That's that's the first target that we shot at. On my wife's spectrum, there were a few times, I don't know if it was with, let me grab her gun real quick. I don't know what the actual problem was. I may lose you here for just a second. You're not gonna be able. You can hear me. You just won't be able to see what I'm doing. I'm still here. Just a second. I'll delete this out. Wife's gun, she shot it today. Now I took it to the range and I probably put about 150 rounds. I put about 3 boxes through, a box and a half, however you want to look at it. And I didn't have any problems with it at all. Now, she shot it today. She's got very small hands. And she did have some recoil issue with it, and I don't think it was really more or less the gun. There was another guy that was in there that was shooting a long barrel 45 cal 6 revolver. And that thing was so loud, it was making everybody jump. And he was sitting there laughing and smiling about it because it was going off so loud that nobody could concentrate on anything, even with muffs on. It was ridiculous. I think if they're going to let people shoot stuff like that, they need to have a day or a area where they can go and shoot those guns without bothering people that are just trying to do a self-defense. It was a rental, mind you. I understand everybody likes to shoot something and they want to try something different or try something new. At the same time, you know, you've got probably, I would say, 20 people in there that were trying to shoot when we were shooting? 15 to 20? 10, 15, maybe? Yeah, something like that. I mean, it It wasn't like overly crowded, but there was somebody at every stall, every stall, and they had 11 stalls, and they were all full, and some were multiple shooters, some were just an individual, and every time, like sometimes she was trying to actually shoot in that, and pull off a round, and hear this gun starts going off, and of course it makes her jump. She can't concentrate on what she's doing and try to shoot. Mind you, after a while, we kind of got to where we were able to ignore it, and I don't know how many times he let that thing go, but we finally got to where we were able to kind of block it out and still do it, and she did a lot better after that. But at the same time, even if she is in a self-defense area and there's somebody else, shooting at her, you're going to hear a gun going off with no nothing on her ears. So, that's something else that I want to work out later, is find a place that we can go and shoot outside with nothing on, maybe some eye protection without no ear protection, just to let her hear the gun in case she ever does need to shoot it. She's not in a situation to where she's shooting a gun, it goes off, and then she goes blanket deaf because of the gun. So I want her to be able to hear it and understand it, know what it sounds like, and still be able to fire and do what she needs to do in a self-defense situation. So that's something I'm going to work out later. But anyway, like I said, this is just some of the range stuff that we did today. And I think it'll be probably another week or so, or two, probably another 2 weeks or so, we'll go back again. And for now, we'll probably have her just, dry fire, get to practice into, not moving the gun, and go early mornings so that she can get some practice in before a lot of people get there, because we were kind of later into the day, and people started coming in and it started getting fuller. And usually by closing time or getting close to closing time, people are really trying to rush in there to get that last hour of practice in, and they only have a certain amount of ranges. So, but no, I mean, I think she did excellent. And then, over time and practice, she'll be able to grip the gun better, be able to shoot the gun better. She'll get used to it and know exactly where it's hitting, what she needs to do to adjust, and that kind of thing. So all is great with the world of firearms and my sweet love. So we'll holler at y'all later. Y'all have a good day, and peace out.